Hi guys, welcome to the Unite Mobile App training. Today we're going to go through how to log in and out of the app, how to download the app, all of the making and receiving calls on the app, and call handling. We'll do a little bit of talk about any chat and SMS you might be doing, and then finally just some general settings. So first and foremost, how to download the app. You guys are going to open up your Google Play Store or the App Store, and you guys are going to search for Intermedia Unite. It looks like this. So once you guys have searched for that, you're going to install the app. And at that point, it will ask you permissions, just like every other app does, where you can, tell if you want to make and receive phone calls, which make sure you do that. If you do want to sync your contacts, do that. It will only be visible for you if you want to. Logging in and out of the app. So when you guys want to log in the app, you're going to tap on the Intermedia Unite icon on your cell phone. When you do that, you'll put in your work email address and then it will ask you for a password. Now, if you have already logged into the app on your computer, you'll use whatever password you changed there. If you have not logged in before on anything, then you guys are going to use this temporary password, which is new phone !123. It's located right here, and it will tell you that your password's expired. Once you guys have done that, then you can go in and reset your password to something else. So after that, you'll log in and you're good to go, but you do have to log in for the first time and do that expired password here. Once you guys are in, the great thing is anything that rings your extension will ring on your mobile phone. Now, if you don't want that and you're like, okay, I definitely want to be logged out now, I just wanted to log in to make sure it would work, then you can tap on your picture or initial. It'll appear in the left-hand corner. If you're an iPhone user, you do have to tap settings after that. If you're Android, it goes straight there, and you're just going to tap on log out and you are out of the app. So just make sure you log out of the app when you don't want calls to be ringing your cell phone, because anything that rings your extension when you are logged in will ring on that cell phone app. If you guys are part of call groups and you would like to log in or out of any of those call groups, you guys can tap on your picture or initial in the upper left-hand corner. And then just depending on if you're Android or iPhone, it has two different wordings on what they call it. But for example, if it's Android, it's called agent, and if it's iPhone, it's called hunt groups. So these groups are basically like if you answer calls for sales group, or if you answer calls for customer service. And if you want to go in or out of those groups, you can always go into those sections and switch them on and off. Just check with your admin just to make sure that you can do that. Call handling. When a call comes in, you guys can answer or decline. So obviously decline would send it to voicemail. If you'd like to make an outbound call, you can go to contacts at the bottom and obviously search for a contact and tap to call if they're stored in there. Again, you'll be able to see your coworkers there if they're on the phone, off the phone, all that stuff. You can also come to the dial pad and dial a phone number. When you guys call out from this, it is going to show the main company number and not your cell phone number, which is great. Also, you guys are going to use 10-digit dialing, just like you're dialing from your cell phone. So that just means you only use area code and phone number when you're calling out. Call history is going to be under the calls section. So that's just like your call history in your cell phone. You're just going to go sort through all those calls. There you go. You can tap the I for more information where you can add them to contacts and things like that. And if you'd like to add a contact just in general, you can go to the contact section and hit the plus. And from there, you guys can add a name and phone number. And again, those contacts are just for you, so you don't need to worry about anyone else seeing those. When you guys answer a call, this is what it looks like. You're going to have the call quality here. You'll have the who you're talking to, how long you've been on the phone. You can mute yourself. You can go to the keypad if you need to dial a code or something. That is speakerphone. That is hold. This would be call flip, where you can move the call from this to your desk phone or your computer. If you just tap that, it's going to ring the other devices and you can answer it there. They just go on hold when you do that. The plus is for conference calling, and then you'll have dots for more options we'll talk about, but that would be like warm transfer, blind transfer, or if you want to park a call. If you'd like to place a call on hold, you just press the hold button and then you'll press the same button to resume it. If you'd like to place a call on park, which is a universal hold, that means anyone can pick that up. You guys can hit the little three dots there and choose park call. It will then tell you where that call is parked. So in this case, it says it's parked on 980. So then you can call your coworker and say, hey, you've got Susie, she's on park 980 for you. And then they can just open up the app and dial 980 and pick it up. If they have a desk phone, they can push the button labeled park 980, whatever works. Transferring a call. If you'd like to transfer a call, you guys can do that, either warm or blind. So if you guys are on the phone here, and let's say I wanted to send this to Bruce, this is Susie, I can choose the three dots and choose warm transfer, which means I'm going to announce it first. It will automatically put the call on hold. So there's that call on hold, and take me straight to my contacts. So I can then search for Bruce and tap to call. I can talk to him, and when I'm ready to send it, I press complete. If I want to do a blind transfer, meaning I'm going to send it without announcing it first, I can choose blind. It again puts the call on hold. I can search for them, or I can dial a phone number, and once I call them, it will disconnect me and send it straight there. If you guys want to conference call, you can always hit the little plus here. And at that point, just like transfer, the call goes on hold. It will go straight to your contacts where you can either search for someone to add it in, or you can dial a phone number. Once you add in that second person, you'll notice that the first one's on hold and I'm talking to the second party, and I can choose the three dots and choose make conference to get everybody together. For voicemail, if you guys want to set up your voicemail on your cell phone app, you can tap on your picture or initial in the upper left corner. Then you're going to tap on a voicemail. If you are iPhone, you do have to go to settings before that, and then you'll see voicemail. And then you'll be able to tap on the change. This will change to a record key. You'll just tap that to record and tap it to stop. If you want to check your voicemail within the app, you're just going to go to the voicemail tab. You'll see all the messages there, and you can just tap to play any of them. Meetings and chats. If you guys want to host a meeting on your cell phone, even if you're just using it for like technical support internally, you guys can tap on meetings. You can, if you have a meeting code, you could enter that, but you can do an instant meeting just by tapping on new meeting. And then you can literally invite attendees via text, via email, whatever you want. You can share your screen on your cell phone. You can share your camera forward or back. Really handy on that. To send a direct chat to a coworker, if you go to the messages, which is the first tab in, you guys can hit the little plus, and then you can search for the coworker and then just start a conversation. Once you start talking to them, you can just tap into the conversation, but there you go. And if you'd like to create a group chat, which is a channel, is what they call it, internally with just your coworkers, you can hit new channel. And at that point, you would name it. So we could call it like ABC project if we're working on it, and I can add all the people part of that project. And boom, now we're talking in there. And you can tag people, you can do emojis, GIFs, attachments, whatever. Really handy though, because you can search within there. So if you guys are having issues with emailing each other a lot, you can do this instead. SMS, this is going over if you guys are licensed for this. So not everyone always gets licensed for SMS, so just be aware of that. But if you guys want to send a text from your direct dial number, you guys are going to go to the messages area and you'll hit the little plus and you'll choose new SMS. That would, again, if you text out from there, it's from your direct dial number. If you are licensed, you do have the option for company messaging. Now, again, this is a license thing, so depending, but company messaging is when you text from the main company number. So if you guys go to messages and you have that license, you'll see an option that says company messaging. You can tap on that. It will bring up any conversations that people have had. So if multiple people check that, everybody can view all the messages in and out from the main company number. And you can always hit the little pencil to send a new one. So I can see if Rebecca replied on behalf of us or whatever. Additional phone settings. So 2 extra things I like to go over. When you go to your settings right underneath your picture, there is an available option. If you tap on that, you can change your status. So available on wake or busy, or you can go into do not disturb and below. So just know calls won't ring when you're in these options. They're going to go straight to voicemail. So when you're done, make sure you put yourself available. And then finally, there is a silent mode option. So with silent mode, if you like your cell phone to be, able to make outbound calls on, but you don't want it to like ring you either after hours or something like that when someone calls your extension, you can go into the settings of your app and then go to silent mode and you can schedule that. So you could say, hey, from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., don't alert me for calls or whatever. You'll still obviously get calls on your desk phone when someone calls you, but it's not going to be ringing your cell phone. For support or any issues to contact us, please contact your local internal admin if you're having issues. They will reach out to us. And if you are a local internal admin and you'd like to open a ticket, you can call us at 816-478-2000. There is an emergency on-call tech after hours if needed. You can also open a ticket on our website or email us at support@servicemark.net. So I do have the direct link to opening a ticket right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.